Back when Diablo 2 was being tested in the technical alpha 3 years ago, while some people on social media were waiting for Blizzard to do giveaways for the keys to join in, they made a challenge for players to take part in. It was meant for those playing in Diablo 2 Resurrected's alpha. However, many of us took it as a challenge for any version of Diablo 2, and in my case, Pluggy. But Blizzard saw the misunderstanding and still included us in the rankings and gave us shoutouts, as there weren't many that seemed to give the challenge a try in the technical alpha, as it was quite a pain no matter which Diablo 2 version it was attempted on. This challenge was in using Wirt Leg to try to kill the hardest enemy that you could manage. In the technical alpha, only up to the end of Act 2 was available, so the hardest enemy to kill for those playing within it was Duriel. But for those of us playing Diablo 2 and its mods, some of us went out of our way to test the remaining act bosses. And I took it a step further and not only went to Diablo clone, but then made my way into Uber Tristram. Blizzard counted my declone kill, unfortunately not seeing the Uber Tristram run, but with getting the 666th ranking in a Diablo game, can't really complain about that one. So today, I wanted to try to replicate this idea 3 years later, and see how well it holds up now, especially in Uber Tristram since there's no minions in the version of Pluggy that I used, but there are minions in Diablo 2 Resurrected, which could make this much harder this time around. Do remember that this isn't a video to take too seriously. I wanted something to break up my video's tones as of lately and just do something a bit different, but could still be quite a challenge. With all that said, let's get into the video. Going in the same order that I went last time, I took Baal out with my Javazon, because I figured that, to get more attention, you have to both think outside of the box, but also make the attempt something worth talking about. And having her literally just hit him with Wirt Leg without any added boost from her skills, just the basic attack, would get some attention, even if it's negative. And yes, I'm aware that the Merc did a lot of the work, but she was holding Wirt Leg throughout the fight, so it still counted to me back then, and I'm still going to count it for this video as well, as this is supposed to be a replica of my prior attempt. Just like before, I found my Javazon exactly as she was, no changing up any gear aside from her using Enigma like she was last time, got Wirt Leg, and went after Baal. Here's a quick look of all of her gear. As well as her additional stats. Now let's go ahead and see how well she can take on Baal this time around. Moving on to my Frenzy Barbarian, I chose him for the hardest enemies in the game because they mentioned using Wirt Leg. But since he can actually dual wield one-hand weapons, they never said that Wirt Leg had to be the only thing being equipped to use to attack. He's as close to the original setup as I can remember, with only some of the Grand Charms being different. However, he otherwise is using the exact same gear. Speaking of, here's a quick look at his gear. As well as his additional stats. First thing I want to do is spawn Diablo clone and see how well he handles defeating him. That was surprisingly smooth. Now for the real test, Uber Tristram. Let's hope that the minions aren't going to be too much of a hassle on top of the Ubers themselves.
My brothers have escaped you. My brothers will not have died in vain.
The minions actually were a lifesaver for Mephisto, as with Frenzy just attacking whoever is closest, it allowed for good chances for life tap to be helpful while attacking Mephisto. This way I wouldn't have to depend on my full rejuves the entire time, as well as not just be instantly one-shotted at any moment. But overall, this was a great challenge to take on, and it was definitely more fun this time around. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video comes out.
Come on. Come on. Come on then. There you are. There you are.
And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave it a like. Other than that, hope you're all staying safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.